So Trey Songz, honey, let's talk about him very, very quickly, as quick as I can, because as quick as his career has flopped. Trey Songz was called out, well, not even called out. Celina Powell was on this interview. What was the name of it? I don't know the name of the YouTube, whatever. It's some rip-off Vlad TV with some white man with tattoos talking about black culture, and had these two non-black folks sitting down talking about their experiences with dating folks. And then Trey Songz came up, and this girl had mentioned that, you know, while she was with Trey Songz, you know, Trey Songz was very aggressive with her, and, you know, wasn't respectful of her boundaries. And Trey Songz came out and tried to, you know, defend himself. And this is not the first time that Trey Songz has been called out. Keke Palmer has called him out a couple of times. Now that I think about this, going back to what's his name, Tory Lanez's ex-girlfriend called him out on abuse a couple of years ago too. I think back in 2017. So girl, like, these men, it's a pattern. It's a pattern with these men in power. If you think this stuff just not been happening, it's been going on, girl. We've seen movies about it with Tina Turner. Like, these folks have been trashed. Been trashed. This ain't no new stuff. So with this girl, Trey Songz posted the screenshot, and she was talking about eating his butt, which I don't mind. Trey Songz, get your butt. Hey girl, I stand for a booty munching. But what was concerning, not just the boundaries that he broke in with this woman, that was very concerning to me. And this is not the first time. They folks called Keke Palmer a liar about it. She was on Wendy Williams. Wendy Williams was saying, no, girl, I left. All this blaming stuff and all these things. Like, Keke Palmer has been, like, she came out and said that she made him feel, he made her feel uncomfortable at the party that he had. And Trey Songz denied it and said all these things. Now somebody else called him out, and they basically said that I think she said that he tried to urinate on her or did or whatever. I don't even remember honestly. But girl, the message in the DM, she called him the N-word. And she said, good night, she said, good night, nigga. Like, she said that, like, she commented that. And he still responded to it. You can check it out on kingareese.com. Like, girl, you letting what? You letting a... That tells me all about these weak men. Like, y'all out here got non-black folks calling y'all N-word, and you know that ain't the first time she done said that to him. You know she done said it out her mouth. You know that she typed it, she done said it out her mouth too. She was so comfortable saying it. So that's y'all sis Trey Songz, girl. I'm just... Throw him in the garbage. Like, throw them in the garbage. I'm ready for male R&B. I'm just ready for all y'all. Like, I'm ready for all y'all to go. None of y'all mean us no good. None of y'all ain't protecting the culture. Like, all of y'all are the weakest link. Goodbye. Speaking of the weakest link, let's talk about this weak justice system. Loughlin, if I'm saying her name right. Girl, y'all know, women said last year or early this year, sis got called out, girl. She had to go to court for the fraud stuff she was doing with trying to get her children in school and paying folks to take tests and all of these things. So now, girl, she's been sentenced to 2 months in prison.
See you in jail, let me tell you something.
In prison, honey, just 2 months. That's all she got is 2 months. That's all she got is 2 months. That's it. Whew. So, girl, I really don't care about Loughlin. I really didn't expect her to even do any time. It just... None of this stuff surprises me at all. But you can check out the post on kingareese.com. But, girl... That didn't make it. Like, these folks really be like, they already have money, capital, power, all influence, all of this, and then they just want even more of it. Like, even more. And then you go to another state or another city or cross a zip code, and you got black women going to jail for their children being late or missing school. Like, girl, it's not pleasing me or my homegirls. What's the tea? It's not. The math ain't mathing. But this is the justice system. 2 months, cute. Whatever, no one was harmed, so I mean, it is what it is. So let's talk about, girl, men are really on my thing today, girl. Let's talk about Tim Norman, who is the son of Sweetie from Miss Sweetie Pies, or Sweetie Pies, I can't think of the name of the show, but it was on. So this story is very, very tragic, and this has been going on for like a couple of years now. So Tim, I've never watched the show, Welcome to Sweetie Pies. I've never watched it. I think it was based in St. Louis because one of my friends stayed up there and he would tell me about how good the restaurant was. But everybody used to always tell me about Tim Norman. They used to always tell me how trash he was and how, what is the word I'm looking for? Like, how rude he was and just how money hungry he always came off. So, Sis was charged with murder for hire on his nephew, who was killed a couple of years ago, and it was a sad thing because I remember what happened and I remember folks talking about it, and come to find out, Sweetie's son was responsible for the murder for hire plot for insurance money. I think it was like $400,000. He had took a policy out on his nephew and tried to collect it in like a couple of days after the incident, and never was able to get the money because he didn't send in the right documents and stuff. Like, there's two people responsible. Well, it's one person that's responsible and one system that is responsible for this. Like, greed. A lot of these things that we think about that's going on in the world, all this stuff can be linked to capitalism. Like, just even if it's greed, even if you want some more money, the fact that you would do something like this to get more money. Like, this system, like money, like, it's just, even all the stories that I've talked about today somehow linked to that. Folks not wanting to call out Tory Lanez, some of that is rooted in capitalism too. Money, I don't want to call out this and not be able to work with them, all this type of things. It's just a lot. It's so sad. Like, it's so sad. When I read the story, I really didn't want to believe it at first. I really thought, like, no, this can't be real. But to look at the case, and seeing the story being laid out, like these phone calls and stuff that were made after the death, and like the money that was exchanged, it's just, y'all are sad. And my heart goes out to the family. My heart goes out to Miss Sweetie. I just know there has got to be that type of stuff. That type of hurt can take somebody out here. Like, you haven't like heard of people dying from heartbreak. That is something like it. I can't imagine doing something like that to any of my family members. To like, it's just a mess. It's a mess. Oh my gosh. But family, sometimes that's why I've really been like on this. It depends on how you treat me, if we're gonna be family or not. Like, and the family don't have to share DNA. That's not gonna make me love you. That's not gonna make you love me and protect me. It has to be something. It has to be emotion. It has to be feeling something. And currently, right now, while I'm talking about this, my family is going through some drama on Facebook from one of my cousins posting something, and it's just a bunch of drama. And when I tell you, that's why I don't talk to my family. I'm just not involved in the family mess because it's draining for me. That's why I'm in another city. I love my mom. I miss her. She actually called me crying yesterday. I love her. I'm probably going to go back and see her soon. But it's just too much family drama for me. And sometimes you got to just disassociate yourself with it. Because look, my skin got so much better. Look, get into it, okay? Baby, from there, and also Asia Rose. Hey, get into it. But girl, like, family will stress you out. I know it's hard for some folks to get out of it. But girl, you don't have to. You can choose your own family. Like, choose your own family. That's all I got. But I'm kind of tired of talking about this story. I think that's all I want to cover. I also want to talk about Ellen really, really quickly. Ellen DeGeneres, they are trying to get Sis to come back. They are trying. Ellen has said that she didn't know about the stuff that was going on at the workplace. Ellen has been on the air for I don't know how long. Ellen has been on TV for years now. The Ellen Show has been on TV for years. I don't know how long. So for Ellen to say that she don't know about this toxic work environment I'm not believing that. She's giving me very much white woman today with that, and it doesn't surprise me because she is a white woman. But in all of this, Ellen has fired 3 of her top producers. She also has changed some stuff around. Now her staff can get family time off and also birthdays and what else? Let me see. Birthdays off as well, and doctor's appointments and off days for family matters, like paid stuff. Like the Ellen Show makes millions of dollars. Like, that's one of the highest paid shows on TV. And you mean to tell me that these folks still didn't have these beforehand? Like, they weren't getting paid time off for family matters, for doctor's appointments, and they didn't have this anyway? Like, what does that tell you? So if these folks at Ellen are not getting these, at this high-paying job, what do you think folks who working at Kroger, Publix, and all these other places are dealing with? What do y'all think? What does that tell you about the work environment, how capitalism works, and what does that tell you? It's already trash enough for us to be working 40 hours a week just to barely be able to pay some of my bills. Ellen, I really don't think that I think Ellen might make it out of this. I think she might. I don't think the Ellen show is doomed. I think they're gonna probably clean it up as best they can. I really, really, really believe that. I don't. They said it. Somebody was talking about they was gonna probably replace her with James Cameron. I don't know. But I do know I'm tired of talking about this white nonsense. So moving on, I want to just end this video and talk about Tory Lanez just a little bit more, because a lot of the conversation has been that Tory Lanez's career is dead, like it's non-existent, it's gone capiche, everything. And I beg to differ. I don't think that Tory Lanez is going anywhere. I asked a question on Twitter and I still have yet to get an answer. What male celebrity can you name real quick that has lost their career because of violence against women? What male celebrity? I can't think of any. Chris Brown didn't lose his career. He lost a little bit for a minute, and look where he's at now. Still on top of the charts, still doing all these things. I don't care about Rihanna, accepting his apology and over that or whatever. It still was harmful for me. Like, these men that be in the industry and stuff, like, what is their issue? Like it's the misogyny for me. Like, it's just, like, this violence, like, it has to stop. And we can't just keep saying protect black women and putting on shirts and I love black women and all that. We can't keep putting these phrases, these cute stuff, and making it to some type of new saying, and it doesn't mean anything. It doesn't mean anything. You can't be on BET talking about some black girl magic and you don't have no black trans folks on the show, on the stuff. You can't be out here. Words mean things. And the words of Crystals from the Read, words and phrases have to mean something. You can't be saying stuff and then it's not matching up with the politic. It's just not matching up. So I have so many questions, and I just don't think that Tory Lanez is going anywhere. I would be actually shocked if his career was to fall apart. And even if it does, it's a chance he might come back 2 or 3 years later after he does his PR and cleaning up and all that. But Tory Lanez not one time came out and said anything. I wondered, did he even reach out to Megan and say, hey girl, I don't need to know why was his reason for doing it, because folks don't need a reason, and I'm not worried about their reason to do it. I'm not worried about their reason to do it. I don't need you to explain to me why that happened. Whatever happened, it never should have got to the point that Tory Lanez shot her in the foot, or shot her anyway. Megan could have died from that. I think that's what a lot of folks are missing. Like, she could have died from that. It was a foot accident, but it could have been worse than that. And the fact that she kept her mouth closed and didn't say anything for weeks tells me everything. Like, it's just, it's a mess. Whew, Lord. But that's all I got. I love y'all so much. Make sure y'all staying safe, social distancing, washing your hands. Please make sure you're wearing a mask. Everywhere you go, make sure you have a mask on. If you are in a public place, make sure that you have your mask on, especially if you're in a place with not good ventilation. Girl, and you ain't out to have a mask on, girl. Everywhere I go, I have on a mask, honey. When the girls be want to get on the elevator, even when I'm just going outside to my car, and I don't wear no mask to get on the elevator or anything. But girl, if I let them folks go, I say, girl, I need to be the only person on the elevator. It's giving stairs. But do what you got to do. Protect yourself. It is a lot going on this year. I did not talk about the DNC convention. I did not talk about Joe Biden's speech. I did not talk about Kamala Harris's speech. I might talk about it tomorrow. I don't know. I'll just say that the speech and everything, I think Joe Biden did a good job. I think that the convention part this Thursday that they did, I think it was way more organized than it was. I've been watching pieces of it, not a lot, but it seemed to be way more organized than the other ones. I don't know why y'all had Michael Bloomberg on there. I don't know why y'all had a billionaire on there talking, and we still trying to figure out. Bloomberg said he was going to give away a lot of money to help with this general election for Biden, and we still ain't seen the money. But he spent $400 million for his short campaign and didn't get nowhere. That's all I got. I love y'all so much. Until next time, I'll talk y'all later on tonight. Bye.
Oh, now we gotta go?
Oh.
I mean, I was playing. Yo.